There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple.
Hey everybody, Corona Davis Diop here. Welcome to the Black Filmmakers Matter podcast. And today we have the most awesome Miss Arlene Russell, filmmaker. Hi Arlene.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific, lady. So I hear you wear many hats. You're not just a filmmaker, but I would love to first hear about your filmmaking. Why
Okay.
filmmaking?
First of all, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a guest on your show. I'm excited about that. And a filmmaker is my passion. I enjoy documentaries and hearing the stories of others and making it come to life where people can understand it in the most simple way and can relate and empathize with the stories.
Okay, so who are some people who have influenced you in your work?
Well, I have to say, Dr. Thomas Freeman, he died. He was a world famous debate coach that taught Martin Luther King, Barbara Jordan. He worked with Denzel Washington. And I got an opportunity to direct his film in 2018. He died at age 100 in
Wow.
2020, right when the hype of COVID hit.
Okay,
And
so
my,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Can you tell me about we spoke a little bit about your relationship with him. Can you tell us a little background?
Sure. Dr. Freeman inspired me when I started working on his film. I would interview some of the students, and all the students had the common terminology. Dr. Freeman helped me. Dr. Freeman did, what he had to do to keep me in school. Dr. Freeman talked to me as a person, but yet and still, he wanted them to be professional. He taught professionalism. Anybody that was a student of Dr. Freeman, from senators to doctors, he had them to learn a certain type of way. You look at them, you know that they were taught by Dr. Freeman. They're just so professional. They're very kind people, and they passed on his information. They passed on his lifestyle, his what he was about, his legacy. They
Nice.
passed that on.
Okay. So on a personal level, how has that affected you overall? Like
Overall, it's been
having
so
this experience.
overall, it's been so amazing. Just to have Dr. Freeman's name associated with me has just been amazing, because I want his name to be world known, where everybody knows him. Quite a few people know him, a lot of people, but I want to do his film to where the world can see him. If their students wanted to be in a debate team and they never had an opportunity to experience his life, I want to show everything that we've done together, how he was such a positive person. But he didn't play. He wasn't going to hear the no. He wasn't going to hear that I'm sleepy or I'm doing. We were going to be on that bus, getting out with Dr. Freeman and doing what we were supposed to do. And the students enjoyed him. He was very animated. I got pictures of him where he uses his hands and his expression, and he shows everybody that he's just very animated. And people love Dr. Freeman. And you want to hear a story? His wife is still living. She's
Okay.
102. Mrs. Freeman, don't get mad at me if you're 103. She may be 103, but she is in her right mind, and
Mhm.
she is an amazing person herself.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Like I have goosebumps. Just listening to your experience, I have goosebumps.
Yes, he was a very positive person. And in addition to being with TSU for 46 years, he was also a preacher in Houston at a Baptist church. And when I was doing my documentary and filming him, I saw him. He was probably, I want to say, 100 years old at that time. He may, no, no, no. He may have been 99 years old. And he
Okay.
was baptizing kids after by himself, baptizing these kids. And it
Mhm.
was just so amazing to see the energy and the way people reacted to him. And the kids were so excited that they were getting baptized by Dr. Freeman. And
Aw,
he was just an amazing person.
that's oh my God. I can listen to you all day. All
Thank
day
you.
long. I can listen to you. Tell me about a current project near and dear to your heart.
So I'm working with the mayor of Sunnyside, which is right outside of Houston. It's located near the medical center. It's a minority area that has a very rich history. And the mayor of Sunnyside is Mayor Sandra Hines. She has a program for the seniors where she keeps them involved. She does a Cinderella event where they're treated as beautiful women. She also makes sure that her seniors eat. And she does a lot with the community as far as revitalizing the community, and she does a lot of community involvement. And I like her spirit. She's another person. She's not having it. You're not going to tell her no. She sees somebody in need. She has to make sure that if the money doesn't come from her, she's going to make sure that she gets the money. And everybody respects her because she can't eat if she knows somebody else is not eating. And I have a
Oh,
passion for that. And
yeah.
so she's a good fit for me to work with.
Okay. Wow. That's awesome. Um, Tell me about, I love asking you guys this. If you had all the money, all the time in the world, what would be your dream project?
My dream project would be to work with low income families in a community. I would make sure that they had housing, mental health treatment, because I see people that are homeless, and how can you enjoy being in a nice place knowing that this person doesn't have a meal, this person doesn't have clothes, a shelter. We just recently experienced a storm here in Houston, and we were devastated. A lot of people got devastated, and the only thing I can think about is I wished I had money just to take care of people that don't have money, don't have a place to go. And it
Wow.
just breaks my heart, and I'm very passionate about that. And I think that's why I work very well with Mayor Hines, because she has that vision, and she goes out and she feeds the homeless, and I'm right there with her. And
Mhm.
that's what I would do. And then I want to actually do a documentary on that where people can tell their stories, because you don't understand the why they got there. You just see that they're there. But there's a
Right.
story behind all of that. You can't just place one person in some shoes and think that they fit everyone.
Yes,
Everybody has a
ma'am.
story.
Yes, ma'am. And that's life. We don't know what's going on behind each other's doors and, hearts and souls. We don't know.
I know. And that's my passion.
You're beautiful. You're a beautiful soul.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Um, as a minority, I don't ever think we're a minority. As minorities, what do you think we need more of in this industry? What do we need to learn more of?
I think your platform is good to start with, because the more we know about each other, the more we can network. I believe that it takes a village to raise a child. And if you have a village with a platform that allows you to get your word out and pass the baton to each person, then we can't do anything but create greatness. And I think there's a lot of greatness among us. We just need to get that platform like you're providing and share the stories. And
That's
I don't
right.
see anybody as a competition or I'm competing against anyone. I see that I'm learning from people. Even though I may have been in this industry for 100 years, it doesn't mean that I know everything. There's
Right.
new technology that's coming out daily. And I have an opportunity to teach students. I teach at the Media Tech in Houston, and that's just an amazing job. You're teaching students, and they're the future. And when you see their projects that they're working on, it's like amazing, just
So
amazing.
I just want to reiterate to my viewers, you're not just a filmmaker, you're an educator.
I'm an educator. I'm president of Women in Film and Television in Houston, and I enjoy every moment of it.
I, I don't know what to do with you, lady. You have to come.
I would love to come
I
back.
know you are full of wisdom. I know this is just not enough, you
Well,
know.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And if I can help anyone, I'm more than happy to. I believe in networking, and I think the reason why I'm here now, networking has gotten me here.
Okay. So what do you think as a black female filmmaker? What are the obstacles that you deal with the most?
Well, I think for not just Black filmmakers, but I just think for filmmakers, period, it's the funding. It's always
Yes.
you want to do a blockbuster film, but you may not have the blockbuster budget,
Right.
and that can limit you in what you want to do because you have to say, okay, I have to pay Peter in order to get to XYZ, and then I have to do this to get to XYZ. So I just think our budget just affects us all as a whole.
Right.
And I did come up through the ranks when there were very few women in the industry, but
Right.
I had people that were supportive. I've always had a support system that just kept me focused on my dream and to say pass it on when you get to where you want to be.
That's right. That's right. Pay it forward, guys. If someone helped you, you get a mentor, please pay it forward. Please.
Yes, I agree.
Any advice for a young, budding, old filmmaker?
Yes, yes. I think that the key to having your film where you want it to be is connecting with others. Not just connecting with others, but people that are positive. Don't let anyone, like the Will Smith movie said, tell you that you can't do anything. That's the one thing I took from that movie. Don't let anyone say you can't do anything. If it's your dream and your passion, you have to go out there and make it happen. It hasn't been easy for me, but because I love what I do and I know that it's what my talent is and my wheelhouse, I'm going to make it happen. If
Yeah.
XYZ said it's not, you go out, you get that dream, you make it happen, and talk to people. My last thing is, like I tell my students, we don't talk to people anymore. We text, we Instagram, but I'll ask them, and I want to ask you, how many people did you actually talk to today? I mean, actually talk to, because your network determines your net worth.
That's
So the
right.
more people that you're associated with that has a network can now become an extended family to you to
That's
help
right.
you get from point A to point B.
That's
But
right.
don't if your vision is so big that you sleep and dream and eat it, do it. I have a student in my class. He said, Mr. Russell, I'm gonna be a rapper. And every time I see him, I say, hey, you rapper. I know you're gonna be a rapper. And he's just rapping all the time. I can't wait to I can't wait to see him in 5 years.
I love the young people.
I
I
do too.
I think they are so awesome. Like I I love young people.
I do too.
They
I
have
do
so,
too.
so much to offer us.
They do. They do. I
Um,
just want them to network a little bit more, and that'll help you
yeah,
network, network, network.
yeah. Don't be afraid because I work in a middle school and my
Oh,
kids are like afraid to speak because they're always like,
texting.
so I actually make them speak. Like when they
That's
address
awesome.
me or they talk to me, I make them have dialogue.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They show them that it's safe and it's okay to talk.
That's
It's
awesome.
okay.
And that's what we need. That's
Yeah.
what we need.
So
So
any
you,
other
you
advice oh, I have a question for you.
sure.
You are connected to sports.
Yes.
You're doing something with sports. Tell us about that project.
Well, I'm working with one of the Cincinnati bingo player right now. He's doing a summer camp. He does a summer camp every year, and so I get my students to go out and film his events and give them some experience, and they're always excited to do that. But I actually did start off working in sports. I started off working with different players, and one of the players that really helped me get started was Tracy McGrady, John Lucas. They're amazing people. And I have a friend over at the Houston Astros that helped me out. So, what I'm saying is, your network determines your net worth. So, don't be scared to follow your dreams. If you want to do sports, that's amazing. You want to do documentaries, you want to write a feature film, just do it. It starts with a dream. It starts with determination, discipline. You have to be disciplined. That may mean you may not go to a party Saturday night because you know you got to get your script written. And another thing that I'll tell you too is if something comes to your mind and in the middle of the night, write it down. Write it down and follow up on it. Don't just let it sit there. You really want to do it, get out and do it.
That's
When you
right.
do it, the teacher will come. You do
That's
it, the
right.
teacher will come.
That's right, y'all. That's right. That's right. There's no excuses. This is like the sixth episode. She's saying the same thing as the other filmmakers. It's too much technology, too many people out there ready to help. Talk. Ask for help.
Yes, yes. So
Thank you so much,
thank you.
Arlene Russell, filmmaker. Guys, please keep a lookout on her name. She's hooking up her social media stage right now. If you want to reach out to her, talk to me. You have some questions, talk to me, and I'll get to her for you.
Sounds good. And I want to thank
Have
you
a great
and
day, sister.
have a good one. Thank you.